If you're like me, you are a cowboy who's looking to see what are the best projects to invest in right now in a fearful, bear, bloody market. Right now, fear has gripped the global population of crypto like D&D and Vecna has gripped Hawkins, and we want to find out the best projects to invest our time and money into. We want to send it into a project that we know is going to stay here through the bear market. It's not going to go out. It's not going to get, like drop to the bottom. No one's going to abandon it. So in this particular situation, you know me, I like my microcap coins. I like riding into these, high risk, high reward assets, but not for this video. For this video, I'm looking at something like the top 10, top 20, top 50 coins and these projects, and I want to see, okay, what are the projects that have the most potential upside? If you're new to this channel, my name is Aaron. I'm going to journey to my next Bitcoin while helping you to your next Bitcoin. If some of this stuff is helpful or it makes sense, give me a like on this video if you're feeling generous, or hit the subscribe button. But let's get right into this. This is the best way I've found to do this, and this is CoinMarketCap, okay? Just go to CoinMarketCap.com, and they have a lot of tools here that you might not be aware of, that I like to use on a day-to-day basis from time to time. But here's what we're looking at. This is kind of like the general scope of things. It's the ranking. If you go to the very front page, this is the ranking, and it's usually by market cap. So you see Big Daddy Bitcoin sitting at the top, then Ethereum, and so on. And Bitcoin obviously at 20.7 right now. So it's a little bit update there, and the Fear and Greed Index is probably around a 9 or so during the filming of this video. Now, one of the things that the strategies that we like to see is like, okay, what is a solid project that has dropped immensely during this bear market, maybe more than it should, but it's still fundamentally sound. The team is all there, but I want to see like how much upside there is towards it, like especially since it's all-time highs, or at least year to date. And this is one way to do it. So all you have to do is go to this top right corner right here where it says customize, okay? And all you have to do is click customize. And for something like this, for this strategy, I'm going to uncheck the 24-hour percentage price change and 7-day percentage price change. And I'm going to pick year to date. And then I'm going to go ahead and click apply changes. And when it does, I have the year to date price change. And now for me in this particular strategy, I'm looking for the ones that have the most percentage change on the downside from year to date, but is still a very good project. So I just go ahead and click the year to date there. And that's the upside since the beginning of the year, and this is from January, and we see that Harmony One, a very sound, very solid project, has almost a 90%. Like if you held Harmony One and you bought it in January, you've lost 90% of that investment. Phantom 90%, but another very good solid project. I know that they've had some switches with some of their CEOs and stuff like that. Gala, another solid project. Cadena, and then Avalanche. I like Arweave. I'm not too familiar with it, so I'm not going to speak on it. But for me, this is what I'm looking for. And I'm not sure about Sandbox and Axie Infinity, simply because they're metaverse projects. I know the user base is very high and they've got a lot of traction, but I really hesitate on investing in like basically video games right now. I mean, it's metaverse, but it's also a video game. I mean, it really is just a video game. When it's such a competitive market, right? So to me, that's not where I want to look into. As far as like I'll look into that with small things, offshoots, just to see if it'll pop off. But here's something very surprising. Polygon here at 83%. So here's what I'm looking at. I'm seeing, okay, Harmony One might be a great time to buy at 2 cents. Harmony One seems to be a really good time to buy. Here we go. Year to date, back down. Phantom, I've always been a fan of Phantom. And then Cadena and Avalanche. These seem to be really good, and especially like if I want to know like the all-time high, I just go up here, hit all-time high, apply changes. And so now I could see a potential upside here. So if we go back to our year-to-date strategy and I look at something like Avalanche, sitting at $16 currently, almost $17, but an all-time high of $146. So that's almost an 8x return if it returns to its previous all-time highs. Something like Harmony One, which is sitting at a 2 cents, and then right to a 37 cents, which would be like a massive upshoot. Let's see, divided by 0.2, 0.37 divided by 0.02. That's an 18x return if it goes back to previous all-time highs. And Phantom, look, right, Phantom, if you take, what I'm going to do is 3.48 divided by 0.27, and that's a 12x if it returns to its previous all-time highs. So this is how you could see like the biggest upsides, because we're sourcing by year to date. And you saw how I just did this very quickly. To me, this is one of the quickest and easiest ways. This is a very sound strategy, I think. Find the good projects that have like Polygon. No one's gonna scoff at if you start investing in Polygon or Filecoin or or AVAX or something like that. These projects are or Engine. You know what I mean? Like these just got hit the hardest in these markets. But when it comes back, who knows? Like if we go to another bull run, if Bitcoin hits all-time highs, these will probably hit all-time highs too, and that's what you're looking at. For Bitcoin to hit an all-time high, you'll probably see like a 4x. But if you invest in Harmony One, you're looking at an 18x. So this is where I'm at. This is how I'm looking for the biggest upside potentials. Now, year to date isn't the only way to one of the only things to look at. Another thing to look at, if we just kind of go through the customized thing again, is you might be concerned about volume and like a 30-day volume. We should probably stick to our year-to-date strategy, and then I'm going to take off the all-time high, but I'm going to add the 30-day volume. And the reason why I want to add that is because if people are, if there's a lot of money and a momentum going through the system, maybe it's a good system, maybe it's a good ecosystem. And so we're going to just source by volume. Algorand seems to be at the top. I don't know much about Algorand, honestly, but if that volume is true and that's not a glitch, that's insane. So I don't know much about Algorand. It might be a good buy based on some of these findings, but who knows, right? Investing in Tether, obviously it's a stable coin. This is omitting stable coins, but if you care about the user base or people adoption, volume seems to be that. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance. This is BNB, Solana. The other one to look at is dominance. This is another thing that I like to look at, another percent dominance. And this is dominance to the whole market, okay? So of all the cryptos out there, how much of the crypto market cap is the percentage point is this particular coin? So Bitcoin is a dominance at 43%. It has 43% of this total market cap of $914 billion, right? So that's the Bitcoin dominance there. In case you guys didn't know, I'm not going to assume like you know now. Ethereum is 14%, but this is something that was very interesting to me too. Cardano, sitting at 7, is 1.7 dominance, but Solana, sitting at 9, is 1.3 dominance. So it's got a 0.4 higher dominance, percentage point dominance. But if we start to source, if we just reset everything, Solana and Cardano seem to be at the same spot, right? 7 and 9, 7 and 9. And so we're looking at a matching of the ranking based on dominance here, which is great, which makes all the sense in the world. So now if you're picking between something like Cardano and Solana, now it's time to go to the community, in my opinion. Now it's time to go to the news in the community and to see, okay, which one potentially has the biggest upside. I know Solana, I mean, there's a lot of bad stuff coming out about Solana. I'm not trying to dump on Solana right now, but you've got a centralized off switch. You've got the community taking over someone's whale wallet. Like, that sounds wild to me. Cardano, come over to the Cardano side. I'm a proponent for Cardano. Be sure to check out the CNFT Tuesdays and all that kind of the live streams. I love those. Anyways, guys, this is some of my research. If some of it makes sense, give me a like button on this video if you're feeling generous, and hit the subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.